Trump bans transgender from military, explained. Welcome to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. Be sure to like the video. That's the only way that this actually works, is if you like the video. Please try and share it. And if you are so well healed, you can donate to my channel to keep it going at patreon.com/Shikama. Now, I'm presenting a very boring and dry, exciting video. Oh man, anyway, so President Donald Trump listened to his generals in the military. That's a key factor there, that he actually listened to his generals. And reversed ex-President Barack Obama's inclusion of transgender into the military. But before you applaud Obama, you have to know he did this when he was leaving office. He was on his way out. So basically, he was leaving the mess of transgenders in the military and gays in the military to whomever was coming after him. Now, here is one paragraph I wrote about the whole gay thing in the military. And everybody's saying, oh, it's going marvelously. No, that's because the news is not reporting it. And here's something shocking. The Pentagon is not reporting it. In fact, the Pentagon is under-reporting it. So these numbers that I'm about to give you probably are half, probably maybe even 10%, right? Let me just quickly tell you, since I'm sure you're asking yourself, what's wrong with the gays in the military? Our word in the military has gone up by 400%. Oh, that's not shocking to you? Let's be crystal clear. Men, our word men in the military, 4 times more than before gays entered the military. Wait, hold on. Let me state this clearly. All of these our word are by gays in the military. Our word, their fellow soldiers. But under Obama, you can't say get the gays out of the military. But that wouldn't be PC. Let me ask you, parents. Would you be PC if you proudly hugged your boy goodbye to send him off to Afghanistan, only to have him return to you a month later discharged because a homosexual soldier, our word him, and his commanding officer tells you, don't make waves, don't make a fuss about it, don't say anything. So that's the gay issue. You can write your congressman about it if you want answers about that. I don't know if they'll answer you about it, but I don't think that's a acceptable risk. So literally, our word has gone up 4 times, and it's all by gay military people. Okay, let's get on to the transgender ban, but first, let me take a selfie. I don't understand why the gay lobbyists thought to include transgenders into their group. I don't know if I can get through this video. Oh, you might say it's to get more numbers, but gays are 1% of the population, while transgender are 0.01% of the population. But here's where I'm really confused. Transgender is not sexuality related. Almost 90% of the transgender people are straight. Now, don't confuse cross-dressers nor drag queens with transgender people. At no point does a cross-dresser not think they're a man or a woman. They like the feel of what they call girl clothes on their skin, and they like breaking rules. Most people do, actually. That's why white girls date black guys. So 90% of transgenders are actually straight. And I guarantee most of them want nothing to do with the gay agenda. Before I continue, I know some of you are confused. what is a straight transgender? Remember I said transgender is not sexuality related. The two are completely separate. And this is probably will make it clear why people keep saying it's a mental disorder. So the straight guy who likes straight women goes to bed with straight women. We're all on the same page right here? Okay, good. Right. He feels, however, he's in the wrong body. Nothing to do with him liking straight women or going to bed with straight women. He gets cosmetic surgery and he still wants to go to bed with straight women. Okay, now you get it? All right? Okay. Let's take the entire gender identity disorder out of the equation. And let me introduce you to a sister disorder, a borderline personality disorder. Borderline personality disorder is the female version of male antisocial disorder. Now this is all boring stuff, but the basis are both they are not happy with their life, but let me throw in a huge brick into all of this mumbo jumbo. When do you think antisocial disorder or borderline personality disorder starts? That's right, starts at the terrible twos, when the kid is 2 years old. Now, in a 2-year-old, you can witness it. When a child lays on the floor and throws a temper tantrum, parents with a child throwing a temper tantrum, that's right, she's not getting her way, so she lays on the floor, kicking and screaming, right? Now, check this out. Most parents are not complete morons, regardless of what the media tells you. I mean, it's rather annoying, and it really gets their attention when the child does that. So what does a normal parent do? They stop them from throwing tantrums and teach them that they can't get their way all the time. Bam, boom, problem solved. Right? Yeah. Actually, yeah. Problem solved. Problem solved, except for 2% of the cases. Now, how do you know if your boy or girl has this disorder? Besides the throwing a tantrum, they don't want to share. They steal toys from other children. They're violent. They're crude with other children. You know, they do the whole murdering flies and stuff. picking the wings off of this. That's it. All of that. If you see any of that, stop it and teach the child, no, that's bad. No, that's bad. Yes, you have to be a parent because that's what a parent is. It's funny that people will train a dog, but they won't train their children. Isn't that right? He's right at my feet. What a nice guy. Okay, so, but 2% of the parents don't teach their children this. Do you see where this is leading? From the 2% of bad parents, you end up with psychopaths and transgenders. Most end up psychopaths, so not everybody ends up as a transgender. Now, what form does that psychopath take? You can be very violent. Remember, there was like 3 different things, right? You can be violent. You can be, you can abuse women verbally, You can do all sorts of relational crimes, whatever, any crime that relates to another person. All of that is part of it. Okay. What is gender identity disorder? It's a deep-seated frustration that the person feels is tagged to their gender. They think they were born in the wrong gender. What is this in the 2-year-old? She didn't get her way. It's the same exact disorder. The gender identity disorder patient feels she didn't get her way. But now, as an adult, she attaches that feeling with her gender. Not that she's out of shape, she's in poor health, due to bad life choices, etc. Right? So the person, they make horrible, terrible, bad life choices. They blame this, they blame that, and then they say, and then the brain attaches to gender somehow. It doesn't happen to everybody, but in this disorder, it attaches to gender. So we call it the gender identity disorder. It's the same exact disorder. The gender identity disorder patient feels she didn't get her way, and that's it. This is why before doctors would put you on therapy for like hormone treatment or whatever, for an entire year before even giving you hormone therapy, to observe your psychiatric state of mind. AKA, are you crazy? And they could say no. And that would permanently be on your medical record. Okay, let's return to borderline personality disorder. Do those women appear crazy? Or the men with antisocial disorder, do they appear crazy? No, they don't. In fact, most are quite intelligent because their personality is one where they, I'm gonna feed you soon. Hey, I'm gonna feed you soon. Your whole big thing. Don't worry. He's looking at his bowl like, what's going on? Why is this bowl empty? It's the same exact thing as a patient that's borderline. But all the pain of the mental disorder is normally internalized. The gay lobbyists don't want to actually help gender identity disorder patients. They want to count them in their numbers and virtue signal that they really care. Meanwhile, transgenders constantly complain there is no space for them in the gay world. No one likes them. Gay men apparently want men, not men with the JJs, nor men who used to be women. So the gay lobbyists pretending to include transgender people is pure virtue signaling. They're relegated to those men with fetishes to date a chick with extra. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, getting the psychology out of the way, what is going on in the military with transgender? Well, banning transgender should really be a nothing burger. Nothing to write home about. Why? Because there is literally a list of thousands of things that will get you banned from being able to join the military. And this actually hits several of those points without ever getting into the transgender gender part. To name a few, you cannot have any mental conditions. You cannot be overly medicated. You have to be psychologically stable and able to handle severe stress all day, every day. Transgenders mostly require all sorts of medication, can't handle stress. See the Marine reports if you want to get a clarification of everything that hits those points of what they observed with the people who were in the military and who, under the Obama regulation, could come out of the closet and say, oh, by the way, I'm transgender, I'm not really a guy. Or I used to not be a guy, whatever. Did you know that if you have chronic stuffy nose and take medication for it, you can be banned from the military? Did you know that I have flat feet? I tried to join the military, or I was forced to try and join the military, and they came by and said, I'm sorry, what are you doing here? Do you have flat feet? And I say, why, I certainly do have flat feet. And they said, okay, stop being naked, put all your clothes on, because I was naked, and get the heck out of here. It was in that medical center where you walk around literally naked. I don't know what that's about. Why do I have to be naked? I don't get that. While the gay lobbyists are virtue signaling, many angry men are writing how they could not be included either in the military for tiny things. They accepted it and they moved on. Because no one has a right to join the military. No, not even white men. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show. Please thumbs up the video. This is not a hate video. This is not hate speech. This is a video explaining what the Trump ban is. If you want further clarifications, you can literally speak to your congressman, and you can. And this is not new. This didn't happen as a surprise. This was already coming. Why? Because they were just implementing the release to have transgender into the military. It happened during the first 90 days. And the general, the Joint Chiefs of, who was it? The general for the Joint Chiefs of Staff said, hold on, we need to really study this. Let's hold up another 6 months. So we are in the third month of those other 6 months. So it will be 9 months into this. And they said, hold on. We need to really think about this. Because I'm observing some stuff. That's why I said contact the Marines to look at this stuff. It seems that the Marines do everything. The Marines do all these studies, Marines have this reputation of being stupid, but they do all the studies, they do all of the stuff. They said no to the women. We've done extensive studies on women in the military, on the front lines, and it's a big fat no. Women cannot handle warfare stress. Cannot handle it. And then the lady came on and said, yes, I tried to do what the men did at the men's level, and I can no longer have children for the rest of my life. Young woman. You know, I'm a big proponent of get married, have children, have a legacy, build your family, So I feel very sorry for that woman, that young lady. Seems kind of funny. Nobody wants to talk about the stress. Nobody wants to talk about what really, it's not a cakewalk. And you don't have a right to join. Thank you all for watching. Please support the channel. I'm going to do something for my super fans, and I call my super fans all of those people who are on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Shikama. I will be announcing what I'm going to do for my super fans. It'll be contests, it'll be giveaways, it'll be all sorts of cool, neat stuff. What am I clicking? What am I doing? Okay. Thank you all for watching. And I know that earlier video, really, I looked really sick, but I hadn't slept for 24 hours. I probably haven't gotten enough sleep now, and I'm having a problem eating. I was trying to make a protein shake, and I got all this stuff ready, and then come to find out, I went back into the kitchen after making the protein shake, and found out that I didn't include the eggs and all the other stuff that I was going to include. I need a wife or a maid, one or the other. Thank you. Bye-bye.